Well, following Mitt Romney's 3 big primary victories this week, many in the Republican Party say it's game over for Rick Santorum.
But he doesn't want to talk about that too fast. Tori Dunn joins us now from Washington. Tori, what is Santorum's plan then?
Mark and Krista, many people really believe the longer this goes on, the more harmful it is to the Republican Party. So there is a lot of speculation about what Rick Santorum might be up to.
At this point in the race, Santorum is facing a political 7-10 split. The odds are stacked against him, but does he know when to call it quits?
4 years ago, we quit. Conservatives quit, and we got a nominee who the establishment wanted.
And just what is he hoping to accomplish?
Getting the right candidate is more important than getting the first candidate.
Perhaps he has an eye on 2016. Republicans have a history of nominating primary runner-ups. George H.W. Bush and John McCain each came in second before coming in first. And Romney fell short to McCain just 4 years ago.
I am a conservative.
Perhaps he has an eye on the vice presidential office. A Romney-Santorum ticket would satisfy many of Santorum's most passionate followers.
But you know who I am.
But the former senator hasn't let up on his attacks.
Not so much with Governor Romney.
So Santorum, as Romney's running mate, would have the feel of a strategic pairing rather than a personal one.
We run well among conservative voters.
Santorum is walking a fine line. Republicans may admire his tenacity, but if he stays in the race too long, he runs the risk of hurting Romney's chances in November. And that's something Republicans would have a hard time forgetting.
Mark and Krista, the most obvious answer, of course, is that Rick Santorum really sees a viable path to the GOP nomination. His campaign just sent out a memo basically talking about how the delegate math is all wrong and how they can get to the convention, and ultimately there might be that floor fight that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, really. Now, Tori, we've heard a couple of strategy meetings going on between Santorum and conservative leaders today. What are you hearing about those?
Yeah, there have been 2 of them. One was a conference call and one was in person between Santorum and social conservatives. They've been looking at a realistic approach going forward as to how they would take on Mitt Romney and then even how they would take on President Obama. We have learned there was no talk about Rick Santorum dropping out of the race. There was a little bit of talk about Newt Gingrich, but not about him dropping, more so about how to get his voters back to Rick Santorum.
All right, Tori Dunn live from Washington for us. Thanks, Tori.
And we'll be right back.